Just a great game to be a part of, whether you're a fan watching it on TV, certainly here in Cintas as part of the game. I thought that everybody on the court played with amazing effort. It was a high-level game, which, that's the thing about UConn. They bring out the best in your crowd. They bring out the best in your team. And if for whatever reason they don't, it's not going to go well for you. Not that we were perfect here tonight, but I thought our energy and our effort level was outstanding. And I really would like to commend our bench. After the St. John's game, I think we're at a point where it's like, wait, we're coaching these guys. They're really working hard. I feel like they're better than they're showing in some of these games. We need to get more out of them. And look, I challenged them in tonight, in particular Jerome and Dante Maddox. If those two guys don't play at the level they play at in tonight's game, we don't win. Dante was not only good on offense, but I thought he made some real key plays on defense. Big steal. Jerome being able to put the fourth foul on Caravan might have been the biggest play in the game. And in 12 minutes he had 12 points. Went to the free throw line with confidence. He looked like the Jerome that we coach every day. So, you can't win in the Big East with just a starting group. You need, on given nights, different players to step up who don't start the game. And tonight's a great example of that happening for us. So, thrilled with the victory. We still didn't finish off the game as well as we could have. I wish I could, figure out what button to press. I'm going to stay at it to help these guys be better at the end. But we didn't completely break. We did hang in there and make some good plays, but we certainly at the end of the games can be better, even tonight.
When you spoke of that game pressure after the St. John's loss earlier this week, is there anything you can do in between games to work on that game pressure? Or is it just something that has to click with a veteran group during crunch time of the season?
No, we're hard at it, both in practice, film, just one-on-one talks. But I also think that it's something that for a player in a team that you have to go through. I hate to say it, but you have to get the dark feeling of failing when you have a big lead like we just did at Madison Square Garden. It's a terrible feeling. Then you own it, you work collectively together, you look forward to your next opportunity, and then you pass the test. For example, Marcus Foster going to the free throw line and icing the game and making both free throws, not one, both. It's huge. Imagine the confidence he now has moving forward that he did it. And I do think a couple other plays happened in the game, like our press offense. One time we had to inbound the ball without any timeouts. We were better. We got the ball across half court and were able to run our offense. So I think some of it is we just have to stay with it. But we're hard at work because of this. If we finish games better, we become an outstanding team, because I think we've proven that our level of play allows us to have a chance to win virtually every night.
Sometimes coaches, Sean, say that early in the season we wouldn't have won this game. We wouldn't be ready to win this game. Tonight, did you get a sense the way you guys were able to, at least, you said you didn't finish as strong as you wanted, but you still finished the game. Did you get the sense that maybe this is one of those games you can put in the bank going forward?
I thought our defense in and around 3 weeks ago took on a different form in a positive way. Tougher, harder playing, more detail-oriented, more alert. I think the statistics, if you're tracking us, really reflect what I just said. And I thought tonight was a continuation of it, that we have the ability to defend the best teams. And we're not perfect. We can do a lot of things better, but you just don't get easy baskets as many against our team as you once did. So I think the biggest sense of improvement is on that side.
Was there a conversation at any point when Caravan got in foul trouble about attacking him, or was it Jerome Hunter and Ryan Conwell making really high IQ plays on their own?
No, we had very strong conversations. If you don't do it, you're on the stairs. I don't know how to kid it, but I think playing to win in that situation, you have to try that again and again and again, because Caravan is such an important part of UConn. But to your point, it was Jerome Hunter on the first foul, which gave him the fourth one, and it was Ryan Conwell driving the ball when he switched on him for the fifth one. So I thought we did a good job being aware of his fouls and then attacking him to foul him out.
Coach, you get the shot clock violation for them at the last drive of the ball game. Before that, they had a board that allowed the chance to call a timeout. What was talked about in that huddle, that last 6 seconds you had before that?
To not give him a three, to switch, to force him to dribble inside the three-point line, a three-point shot would lose the game. Look, they set a flare screen about 25 seconds earlier, and they freed Solomon Ball. I mean, he had a shot. I don't know if it was like a great shot, but he got a three-point shot off, and if he makes that, that would have put him up one. But to defend the three-point line, and again, back to us, we have defended the three-point shot very well, especially over the last month. The way our team is, if you think about Swain, Foster being our wings, playing Fremantle as our fifth big, our fifth player, our one big, we could defend the three-point line. So that's what we talked a lot about.
Is this as confident as you've seen Dalen Swain, and what do you think is contributing to him really taking his game to another level?
It's fun to see. He's more confident for sure. He's playing his best basketball of his career. But what he did tonight by just playing, he could have easily sat out. Everybody on our team would have understood. I would have understood. And he had every right to do it. But he fought through it the last 48 hours. He really wanted to play in the game. And for him to play 32 minutes, he hasn't practiced since the injury, is really remarkable. And I think it says a lot about his competitive spirit, character, toughness, intelligence, how much he cares. And it's a great feeling to see him playing so well and so confident, and then at the same time do what he just did. So Dalen has a very bright future.
Coach, earlier this month you called it the low point of the season when you guys lost to St. John's, and you've won 4 or 5 since. And just overall this season, have you been impressed with your team's resiliency to never quit? And you've already gone through all the close losses that you've had, but you've never folded.
I have. Very proud of everybody, staff included, to stay with it. When Zach got injured, there was a couple of days that we thought we might lose him for the season, and those aren't easy things to deal with on the heels of not having Messina for the season and getting the good news that he will return. Taking on a lot of heartbreaking losses in which we played well enough to win, but we weren't able to. But I think it's a sign of good things. It really is for the rest of the year. Our schedule's been very challenging. We want to continue to grow and get better. My hope is that really the last 5 games gives our team confidence, not just tonight's win. I'll also say this, that the home crowd and the atmosphere tonight in the Cintas Center wasn't the home court atmosphere that Rick Pitino and St. John's played in front of. It wasn't even close. That environment, we didn't give our crowd very much to cheer about, but one of the things that Xavier basketball is synonymous with for 50 years, whether it's Schmidt Fieldhouse, Cincinnati Gardens, whether it's Pete Gillen, Coach Prosser, Chris Mack, and our crowd has always been a fixture. No visiting team likes to come to Cincinnati to play us, and we just can never lose that, because in the league that we're in, these 10 home games are so coveted. You want to give yourself a chance to win and be at your best night in and night out. And look, I don't think we would have won tonight if we didn't have the crowd that we had behind us. And you travel with us, so we're clear. When we go to Marquette, when we go to the Garden the other night against St. John's, when we go to Creighton, we're in a league that feels the exact same way that I do about their home court. So that's part of what we signed up for, and we just have to keep it. Our students are amazing, and my hope is that tonight gives our crowd a little bit more confidence in our team, so that from this point on, we can have a version of this type of crowd, because I mean, it is so difficult on the visiting team to come here and be successful, and we have a crowd like we had tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Sean?